Ladies and gentlemen, the Oklahoma Christian University 2019 Spring Commencement exercises are now in session. Please remain seated for the processional. The platform party. Today's marshals will be Miss Risa Forrester, Chief Communications Officer, and Mr. Neil Arter, Chief Student Life Officer. The candidates for baccalaureate degrees from the Honors Program, led in by Director Dr. Jim Baird. The candidates for degrees from the College of Liberal Arts, led in by Dean Dr. Tina Nguyen. The candidates for degrees from the College of Natural and Health Sciences, led in by Dean Dr. Jeff McCormick. The faculty, administration, and trustees of Oklahoma Christian University. Today, the colors will be posted by the University of Central Oklahoma ROTC Color Guard. Please stand for the posting of the colors and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Veterans and active duty military, not in uniform, have the privilege to render the military-style hand salute during the Pledge of Allegiance. We thank you for your service. OC acknowledges that there are many of our students who are not citizens of the United States, and therefore we do not expect you to recite allegiance to our flag and our nation. We hope that during this time you will stand and think about the particular blessings of your homeland.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
beautiful day. I got a little special treat here in just a second here. Walking through campus, I reflect back on all the times where when I moved our kids in, moving them in when they earned your wings, moving the refrigerator in, and then talking to them on the phone when they had successes and they've had failures, they've had challenges, and they had some incredible achievements. And today is really kind of the intersection of all those good times. I also look out and I can see the parents, the family members, and what a glorious day this is. Obviously, I see the graduates who are diverse and who are very smiling today. And when I was offered to come and do this back in January, and I was like, yeah, this is going to be a great opportunity, and my son's graduating, and this would be a kind of a neat opportunity. Well, my son's in Iowa right now, and so what I'd like to do is something kind of special. He's up there with the Oklahoma track team coaching, and would you mind doing me a favor? I got him on FaceTime right now, and he's on mute, but I'm taking him off. And would you mind saying hi to Landon or good luck or whatever you want to say? Are we good with that? All right, here we go. So kind of go 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right. Thank you so much. He's waving back. All right, very good. All right, thank you for entertaining me for that. Well, any good commencement prayer is designed to be taken personally, so that's what my hopes are for this prayer here. Father, we pray that you will be you'll be with these graduates who are ready to go out and make this world a better place, where success is measured in not what they get, but who they will become. The process is more important than the dream. The principles taught here at OC come at the exact right time as our world is starving for leaders with character. We pray that the speaker will penetrate their imagination, their hearts, and their minds. And graduates, there will be a time that you will look back on all the education and all this effort, and that will make much more sense. But for now, you need to trust. Trust in the Lord that he put you here at OC at this time for a special purpose. Our professors, the impact on students can never be measured, so we are thankful for the leaders here at Oklahoma Christian who help the students navigate the challenges of higher education. So as I conclude this prayer, you will seek and you will explore for just the right job, and you will wonder if you're in the right place with that right job, and you will be if you are feeding the hungry, you are caring for the orphans, and you are taking care of the lonely and the forgotten. We pray all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
and I bet you are also. Let's show our appreciation one more time for the talented OC Chorale by Dr. Kyle Cole, orchestra conducted by Mr. Eric Colgrove. This happens a lot. I begin to speak and people start to leave. April Stevenson led the Pledge of Allegiance this morning. April and her husband Gary of 33 years met at Lubbock Christian University. However, they are the parents and in-laws of 7 Oklahoma Christian graduates, and I appreciate the shifting of their loyalties, ladies and gentlemen. Garrett, 2014, and his wife Callie, 2013, Jacob, 2015, and his wife Haley, 2016, and Brooks, 2016, and his wife Megan, 2017. Today they're celebrating the graduation of their youngest and only daughter and their favorite child, Shaylin. They have one granddaughter, Perry Rose, and they hope she will be an OC 2036 OC alum, and I do too. April and Gary worship at the Springs Church of Christ. April teaches special education at Centennial Elementary School in Edmond. Thank you, April. David Huslig led our invocation. David is the Director of Therapy Services, Sports Medicine, and Mercy Outreach. David and his wife Susan are parents of 3 children. Their oldest, Landon, who is not here graduating this morning, is actually a graduate today. Landon is OC's first NCAA Division II level national champion, winning the 400-meter hurdles last spring. It was an awesome effort on his part. Andy is a junior at OC, and Logan is a freshman in college. David and Susan worship at the Memorial Road Church of Christ. Thank you, April and David, for participating today. Graduates, congratulations, you've made it. Thank you for investing an important part of your life with the OC family. And once family, always family. Please know that you're always welcome to come back. And in fact, we want you to come back. You see, we believe that OC is your home even if you don't live in the neighborhood. And speaking of other neighborhoods, we're proud when our students go around the world to study, travel, and work. OC goes to the world, but the world also comes to OC. We're proud that today's graduating class has citizens of Canada, Chile, China, Comoros, the Ivory Coast, Ethiopia, India, Kenya, Malaysia, Mexico, Nepal, Rwanda, the United States, Vietnam, and Zimbabwe. And to the families of our graduates, moms and dads, sisters and brothers, grandparents, aunts and uncles, thank you for your support and your sacrifice for your students. Family, your role in your graduate's success is undeniable. Your graduate is grateful, and on behalf of Oklahoma Christian, we say thank you as well. I want to recognize and thank OC's faculty, remarkable individuals. They are exceptionally qualified as professors. They're the best around. And they're faithful, committed Christians who live for a purpose beyond themselves. They're committed to their students, and they have great expectations of their students and of themselves. For the sake of time, I'm only going to get to share a few of the many examples of the teamwork between our students and our faculty. Some engineering students recently competed in an SAE aero design competition. Most of the national competitors are aeronautical engineering students who are schooled relentlessly in all things aeronautics. OC finished 3rd nationally in the flying competition, behind only the universities of Virginia and Michigan. These students are led by our faculty member, Colonel Brad Buxton. Just imagine how well we would have done if we actually had aeronautical engineering as a major at Oklahoma Christian University. And engineering students have also teamed up with nursing students to create a solar-powered refrigeration system that will make vaccinations accessible in many parts of Honduras where they're not today. It's believed that next year, 2,000 Hondurans will be able to be treated preventatively with vaccinations due to the teamwork of OC's faculty and students. OC's ethics debate team finished 3rd in the nation this year. This is the 2nd time in the last 4 years this team has finished in the top 4 nationally. History and political science students attended Oklahoma's Phi Alpha Theta Conference at Cameron University with Professors Gary Lindsay and Matt McCook. Our students won 3 of the 6 undergraduate prizes at this statewide contest. Not only do our students work hard, they also play hard. Some of our graduates this morning are members of our women's softball team. They're currently tied for the lead in the Heartland Conference with an overall record of 33-13. And they are immediately after this ceremony heading to Claremore this afternoon to play at Rogers State and secure the Heartland Conference title. If you're a member of the OC women's softball team and you're graduating this morning, would you please stand so we can recognize you and wish you the best? Please stand. Good luck. Good luck. Another of our graduates this morning, Juan Palak, is a member of our men's golf team who just won the Heartland Conference Championship and will soon be going to nationals. Juan was also named second team all-conference. Our faculty and students make a formidable team, actually many formidable teams. With the leadership, mentorship, and teaching of the faculty, our students do remarkable things. And continued accolades for our students and programs recognized as among the best all around in public relations, ethics, history and political science, gaming and animation, and more. Engineering and business students winning the statewide Loves Entrepreneurial Cup 2 straight years and finishing second this year. Student athletes at the top of our competitive conference in terms of wins, GPA, and academic success. Our students in a variety of areas, language and literature, Bible, sciences, music, engineering, honors, just to name a few tips of the iceberg, are being accepted to top grad programs around the country and internationally. Students in our sciences and engineering who are literally improving lives. OC people shape the culture, and it is amazing. I also want to thank our staff. OC does not operate without them. Students, these folks care about you too. They work long hours to make your OC experience a great one. I'm honored to work with these faculty and staff colleagues at this special institution. Finally, we're honored also to be joined by a few of OC's trustees. I think they're the best governing board around. They invest their time, their talent, and their treasure here at this special college. They really care about you. Today, the mace this morning was carried in by Dr. Lynn McMillan, OC's longest tenured faculty member in attendance. Academic maces have a long and rich history. They represent the power and the authority of the academy to educate. Oklahoma Christian's mace is simple, but it has special meaning. On its 4 sides is a word from the common Greek language of the 1st century, the language in which Luke was written and a language that Jesus likely spoke. A Pharisee asked a legitimate question of Jesus: what is the most important command? Jesus' answer: love God with everything you are, all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, all your strength, and love others fully as well. And these are the 4 areas in which Jesus grew as a young man: mentally, physically, socially, and spiritually. Heart, soul, mind, strength. These words on our mace represent the completeness of our love for God and in some ways for our fellow man as well. They also show the areas our students and all of us mature at OC. From our beginnings in 1950, our university has always been about building the whole person. If you need someone to look at how things are, see them for how they could be, and then be able to lead the changes required to accomplish that vision, Rick Moncrief is your guy. Rick is the chairman and CEO of WPX Energy. Under his leadership, WPX has been transformed culturally and operationally, and the value of the company's portfolio has increased by billions of dollars. That's billions with a B. Let me tell you, when you're able to achieve these kinds of changes that result in such huge growth, other people will take notice as well. Several organizations and societies have named Rick Executive of the Year, Leader of the Year, CEO of the Year, and one of his transactions was considered the Deal of the Year. He's the chairman of the American Exploration and Production Council, and he serves on the board of the American Petroleum Institute. Rick has testified before the Senate to lift America's ban on exporting crude oil, and he's appeared on CNBC. Rick and his wife, Gail, attend the Memorial Road Church of Christ. And once upon a time, Rick was dressed just like you in a black robe and a mortarboard hat. He graduated from OSU with a bachelor's degree in petroleum engineering technology, so listen closely for lessons to impact people and industry. Brothers and sisters, please welcome Rick Moncrief.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's got to be a great feeling to be an eagle this morning. And I swear, if you're not inspired by this start of this morning, you are comatose. You are absolutely out of it. It's a real honor to be here today. As John mentioned, I did graduate from Oklahoma State 39 years ago. It was in July of 1980. That was the hottest summer on record. I had a black robe on, and the thing I remember that was on my mind was just surviving the ceremony. It was outside. It was not very cool. So we did survive it, and I recall my future wife, coming up afterwards with just tears streaming down her face. I said, I thought something was wrong. And she said, I'm just happy that you passed your final classes. We were going to get married the next week, and she had this nightmare scenario playing out where I failed the final class, didn't graduate, threw all of her plans so I know you as graduates, there's a lot on your mind this morning, and but congratulations to you, congratulations to the parents. When I heard how many children, I started to reach in my wallet to see if I could find a $50 bill to chip into the. My goodness, it's pretty amazing. And congratulations to the faculty and administration of this wonderful, wonderful university. I can tell you that Oklahoma Christian has got a tremendous reputation, not only here, but throughout the world. And so just keep up the good work. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time today, but I hope to leave you with a few nuggets that you can take with you and you can apply throughout your life. And it's an exciting time as you launch out into, you've been in the real world, but there is a different world outside of where you've been. And so it's just a continuation. You know, some people talk about graduation being the end of a chapter and you're opening a new chapter. The way I look at it is it's just a continuation. And I would applaud and I would encourage you to be lifelong learners. If you've gotten to this level, but just stay after it, continue to learn, because this is a world where that is rewarded. And if you don't continue to learn, you don't continue to evolve and grow, you will be left behind. And that's just a simple fact. So graduation day is a big milestone, marks achievements. But it's not just about what you've accomplished, but it's how you've accomplished it and how you've been shaped here. Not only your formative years with your parents as you were being raised, but here on campus. And so just remember that. I think you should also think about making the opportunity. Life comes at you pretty quick. And these moments to really impact your others' lives, don't let those opportunities go by you. We're going to talk a little more about that. You know, in our company, we have 650 employees. 450 are located in Tulsa, downtown Tulsa. And, you know, we talk a lot about character. And you know, when I say character, I don't mean characters. The world's full of characters. We need people of character. And so I was real pleased last week when we were informed that our company had been recognized by the Oklahoma Ethics Group as the Company of the Year. So that means a lot to me, and it makes me feel that we're doing things the right way, do the right things the right way. So if you can always think about doing that, you can make a huge difference. And the opportunities you're going to be given throughout your life to make an impact on others, I can tell you, you can't even fathom today the opportunities are going to come your way. I'm living proof of that. If you'd asked me 39 years ago when I was sitting in your seats, if we'd been able to be standing up here addressing a wonderful crowd like this, I would have said there's no way. And so you're going to have wonderful, wonderful opportunities. So what I want to do today is spend a few minutes sharing some observations I've had in the 60 years I've had on this planet, and also the 40 years that I've seen in the business world. And I think there's some things that I think you may be able to take away, and I hope you can, that are very very interesting to you. And I have 3 pearls, I think, that I call them, that really I think that are areas that you can focus on. So that's the what. And those are people, those are principles, and it's perseverance. People, principles, and perseverance. So let's break those down. So let's start with people. In Ephesians 5:2 says, live a life of love, just as Christ loved us and gave himself up for us. So the way I look at it, it almost goes without saying it. People matter. People matter. You know, they ask me a lot of times, what kind of business are you in? Well, I'm in the oil and gas, or I'm in the energy business, but, you know, I can talk a lot about that. But the bottom line is, I'm in the people business. You know, we can't reach our objectives unless our people execute, unless our people perform. And I, as a leader, have to make sure that our people are taken care of, that they're encouraged, they're rewarded, they're inspired to get to the next level. So people matter. Building relationships matter. Maintaining those relationships matter. Staying connected matters. President DeSteigner just talked about your life as an eagle from here on out. You know, about 3 weeks ago, I was on the campus of Montana Tech University, and they asked me to come up and keynote for the 70th anniversary of their petroleum engineering department. And the theme around that 70th anniversary was staying connected. And what a lot of those graduates have accomplished in their careers are truly outstanding. I know because I've been able to work with some of them. Some of them were on the same team I was on 31 years ago, actually 32 years ago now, when we drilled the very first horizontal well in the Bakken Formation in North Dakota. And that was the start of really changing the world in energy development for oil and gas. And I can tell you that what this world is doing today, especially with this nation, with energy development and what the future looks like, is truly phenomenal. And so, but just stay connected. It's so important. You know, we also think about it as with our company of giving back. You know, we're so blessed, and we have good jobs, we have safe homes, we have typically nice streets to drive down. There's a few potholes, but guess what? That's the way life is. You're going to have a few potholes every now and then. But we're very, very thankful. So we really encourage our people to reach out and to make an impact in a community. And I would encourage you to do the same thing. I know in the last few years you have just been terribly focused on getting your degree, whatever that is. But be sure that you reach out. So think about people, the first P. The second P is principles. Proverbs 4:23 says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. You know, in your life, I can tell you, you're going to be tempted, and your principles, your foundation is going to be tested. It's going to be tested, you know, farther than you can even imagine sitting here today. It probably already has, without a doubt. But stay true to your principles. You know what's right and wrong. There's a lot of gray in this world today, and the gray is thrust upon us, but there's usually a right way and there's a wrong way. And so I would encourage you to do that. Those principles, those beliefs, they're really the foundation. They're the bedrock that's going to keep you inside the guardrails so that your life does not spin out of control. So, you know, and for me, I can tell you the Bible is the foundation. And I think it should be the foundation for every believer. When I took the job 5 years ago at WPX, they'd had a real tough time. And one of the folks asked me, what are the 2 best leadership books that you like to spend time with? Well, I said the first one was the Bible, because there's been no business, there's been no nation, there's been no military, there's been nothing that has shown the leadership principles that have lasted through the ages like the Word of God. And so Make sure that you always fall back on that. But you know, there's other ways, other places you can see principles that I think can be very, very impactful. And I want to share one with you, and it's taken from a book about cowboy ethics. You know, I grew up in the West. I was born here in Oklahoma, but spent most of my childhood in West Texas and Southeast New Mexico. Went to 3 high schools in 3 states. Went to 2 colleges. And I think my wife and I moved like 13 times. So those of you that were born here in Edmond, went to college here in Edmond, high school in Edmond, and still live here, and you've never moved, well, in one way I want to say congratulations. Another way I say I'm just so thankful for what I've been exposed to and what I've been able to see in my life. But Gail and I, we've lived here in Oklahoma, in Texas, Montana, Colorado, New Mexico, and then back to Oklahoma. And I can tell you, the West is a place that's really, really special to me. And the beauty of the environment that God created just is phenomenal. And some of the best people in the world, I'm convinced, are here in the West. And so I ran across this a few years ago, and it's called The Code of the West. And it was taken from a book written about cowboy ethics. And this is old school way of doing things. Let's spend a little time with it. But basically, here's what it says. There's 10 elements. So one way to look at this is almost like the 10 commandments for cowboys. Okay? Live each day with courage. Take pride in your work. Always finish what you start. Do what has to be done. Be tough, but be fair. Folks in the military understand that one. When you make a promise, keep it. Ride for the brand. Talk less and say more. Remember that some things simply aren't for sale. Know where to draw the line. So let's talk about those. Live each day with courage. I think in this day and time, the media just blasts us with negativity, almost to the point where you're almost afraid of your shadow. That's not how we're taught to live our lives, is it? We will not advance civilization by living in fear. So live with courage. Take pride in your work. Do it right the first time. That's one of the best ways to do it. Be diligent. Always finish what you start. There's nothing worse, I can tell you, especially if you're trying to run a company and having half-finished work. That just doesn't work. Do what has to be done. You know, all of us have certain elements of our life where we don't really like it, but it's carrying out the trash. You know, it's mopping the floors, it's whatever it is. But, you know, at the end of the day, sometimes you just have to do what has to be done and get that behind you. Be tough but fair. I think that goes without saying. It's how you treat people. When you make a promise, keep it. You know, that's something I think we struggle with in society today. It's can I bend the truth? Can I get the right attorneys behind me to make things turn out how I want to? You know, just, you know, when you make a promise, keep it. Ride for the brand. Well, I can tell you the brand of OC is pretty important. President Steigner, I'll invoice you a little later for this one, but the brand is OC, not Love a Christian or Abilene Christian, right? So, but be proud of your team. If you're in the military, you know what that means. You're proud of being in the Army or the Navy or the Air Force or the Marines. Talk less and say more. You know, in this day and time, there's a lot that's said that I think people will later regret. And sometimes by just pausing and taking a deep breath, and it's something that I really have to focus on too, is sometimes by talking less, we can actually say more. And this day in social media, it's even more challenging. It really is. And I'm guilty as charged there, so we need to be thoughtful around that. Remember that some things aren't for sale. At the end of the day, your legacy will be about the type of people you were, the integrity that you had. And you need to think about that. You need to guard that integrity. That integrity should never, ever be for sale. And know where to draw the line. You know when enough's enough. This is as far as we're going to go, and I think you'll be successful. So what does that mean? You know, in my mind, it comes down to the simple fact of how you deal with people, how you're successful, and those are the principles that I think when you really think about it can take you a long ways. If you want to see more about that, it's just the code of the West. Let's talk about perseverance. 2 Corinthians 6, verse 4 says, "As servants of God, we commend ourselves in every way, in great endurance, in troubles, hardships, and distresses." I'd like to tell you that it's going to be smooth sailing from here on out, now that you've graduated. Well, let me tell you, it won't be always smooth sailing. You're going to have some days that aren't quite as good as most of your days. That's been the case in my life. I've had some tough days, but I've had, over the last 60 years, I've had some wonderful days. Most of them are wonderful days. And so we really need to be thoughtful about that. You know, Jesus himself said, "In the world you will have trouble, but take heart, I've overcome the world." And in James 5:12, it also says, we consider ourselves blessed for those who have persevered. So just stay after it. Stay after your career, stay after your relationships, stay after life. You know, in our world today, when the going gets tough, there used to be a saying, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Well, it's all too often today, I think we see, and a lot of that is my generation, is when the going gets tough, they turn around and walk away. And so I would challenge this generation to not be in that way. Don't take a walk. Don't head the other way. Sit down, talk to people, work out issues. You know, a lot of times the easy way is not the right way. A lot of times the easy way is not the best way. So I would encourage you to always focus on the best ways. I can tell you there's several times in my personal career where I was overlooked for advancements. Company that I started out with, we were like the special forces, and there was always going to be someone that got to that next level, and there may have been 18 or 20 of us vying for that next job. And time after time, there were times I was passed over. But we persevered, and you keep learning, and you keep trying to get better. And it's ironic how you look at some of those same guys today and some of those ladies today, and you realize that your career has advanced past theirs. So take the long view of things, and don't become demoralized when things don't go your way. So just keep that in focus. So really, I guess in closing today, I want to keep this short, but hopefully that you'll remember the 3 P's, and that's people, and it's principles, and it's perseverance. Okay? People, principles, and perseverance. And also, Google sometime when you're bored, Google the code of the West, and just think about that and how you apply that to your daily life. I think if you do that, you're going to be very, very successful. I can tell you that I am absolutely the product of perseverance, working with people, trying to stay true to the principles, and it's not always easy, but trying to stay true to my principles, and then always looking for a mentor, someone that I can learn from. And at this stage of my life, I'm still talking to mentors. But it's not just about me in a one-directional way. I also look for opportunities to mentor. And a lot of people, as I told the engineers of Montana Tech the other day, they're about to get off into their careers, and they want to be mentored by someone that's in management or a technical leader or an executive. But it's more than just that. That's from one perspective. Look below you. Look beside you. Look at the high schoolers. Look at the junior high kids if you're in college. And look for chances to mentor, because there's someone that is looking up to you. And it's that way today, and it's going to be that way in the future. So with that, I just ask that you enjoy life. Enjoy life. See a bunch of beautiful faces out there. And I know that we had a softball player stand up. I almost looked at her knee to see if there was any scrapes, because I know I raised a softball player. She played at New Mexico State, and so I know how that is. And I think about the connections. I don't know if Tom He's in the crowd, but I recall when we were living in Farmington, New Mexico, watching a young lady that playing softball, center fielder. Man, she was phenomenal. And she was one of four seniors on that team. The other three went D1, and she went to Oklahoma Christian. And she came down here and ended up being in the Hall of Fame. Amy Vanderpool was her name back in the day, and so she could play. But congratulations to what you've accomplished. Congratulations to Oklahoma Christian for another outstanding academic year. Whether you're the graduates, the students, whether you're the parents, whether you're the faculty, or whether you're the administration, congratulations and best wishes. God bless.
Thank you, Rick, very much. Our students and faculty are the recipients of numerous honors each year, and it's our tradition to recognize a few specially. We're pleased to recognize the Oklahoma Christian Honors Graduates and University Honors Fellows. These students have all completed the enriched requirements of the Oklahoma Christian Honors Program. University Honors Fellows have achieved the additional distinction of a 3.4 grade point average or higher. This status is signified in your programs with an H by the honoree's name. Would the students with these distinctions please stand so we can recognize you? Thank you. The President's Certificate of Academic Distinction is awarded to graduating seniors with the highest academic record for their years of college work. Although this distinction will not be official until this term's final exams are scored, there are 15 candidates in this graduating class with a 4.0 grade point average at this time. We do not believe in grade inflation, ladies and gentlemen, I can assure you. 6 of these students are in this morning's ceremony. Please stand when I say your name, and let's recognize and honor them at the end of these 6 names. Please stand: Logan Bannister, Rachel Kelly, Samantha Reddig, Brandon Kiefer, Aaron Kurt, and Jenna Putoff. Would y'all please stand? Let us recognize you guys. We're going to honor the other 9 this afternoon. Each year, the university recognizes 4 students selected by our Bible faculty for special awards. So I want to ask Emily Rowland, will you please join Dean Charles Ricks on the stage? As she's making her way up here, this afternoon we're going to honor Lowell Castellina as the outstanding male Bible student who's not a Bible major. The McCord Bible Award and the Kelsey Leadership Award are named in honor of 2 giants from our past, Dr. Hugo McCord, professor of Bible and the first chair of the Bible department, and Dr. Raymond Kelsey, a longtime chair of the Bible department. The McCord Bible Award was given to Lorenzo Bourbon from Woodland, California, who graduated in December. The Kelsey Leadership Award will go to Rhett Parker this afternoon. This morning, however, we honor Emily as the outstanding female Bible student who is not a Bible major. Emily is an elementary education major from Olathe, Colorado. Congratulations, Emily. Good job, Emily. You look surprised, Emily. Oh, got it, okay. Now to announce our faculty awards, please welcome to the podium our Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Scott Lamascus.
We believe the secret of our success at Oklahoma Christian is faculty-student mentorship. OC has been home to many master teachers. Each spring, we present awards to recognize these great faculty. The Gaylord Chair of Distinguished Teaching was established to recognize teaching excellence among Oklahoma Christian University faculty. The criteria for this award include innovation, creativity, effectiveness in working with students both in and out of the classroom. The recipient of the Gaylord Chair of Distinguished Teaching for 2018-19, which comes with a $2,000 check, will be announced this afternoon. Tricked you there, didn't I? Yeah. That's the point, I think, here. The Faculty Leadership Award recognizes faculty members who've made outstanding contributions through their leadership activities with students and with other faculty members. The recipients must be exceptional in their work and must demonstrate through their lives and professional achievements a positive influence on Oklahoma Christian. The Faculty Leadership Award for 2018-19, along with the $2,000 check, also will be awarded this afternoon. Please join me in congratulating these unknown people.
This is incentive for people to come back this afternoon, right? Okay, very good. And now, the moment you have worked for and longed for, assisting me in the conferring of the degrees will be Dr. Scott Lemaskis, our Chief Academic Officer.
President Steiger, each of our President Steiger, each of our undergraduate students today is seated in front of a parent, faculty member, or friend. In a few moments, the accomplishments of each graduate will be celebrated by the placing of a traditional decorative hood over each graduating senior. Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees in the honors program please stand? President Steiger, these candidates have successfully completed the requirements for the baccalaureate degrees set forth by the honors faculty of Oklahoma Christian University. It is my pleasure to recommend, therefore, that you confer on them the baccalaureate degrees with honors distinction with all rights and privileges.
Dr. Lemaskis, upon your recommendation and upon the recommendation of the honors program director and the deans and faculty of the College of Liberal Arts and the College of Natural and Health Sciences, it's my privilege to confer on these candidates the baccalaureate degrees in the honors program with all rights and privileges.
Will the honors escorts please stand and hood your graduate? Will the candidates for all other baccalaureate degrees please stand at this time? Yeah. President Steiger, these candidates have successfully completed the requirements for the baccalaureate degree set forth by the faculty of Oklahoma Christian University. It is my pleasure to recommend, therefore, that you confer on them the baccalaureate degree with all rights and privileges.
Dr. Lemaskis, upon your recommendation and upon the recommendation of the deans and faculty of the College of Business Administration, the College of Liberal Arts, and the College of Natural and Health Sciences, it is my privilege to confer on these candidates the baccalaureate degree with all rights and privileges.
Will the escorts please stand and hood the graduates?
Okay, you all may be seated.
Mandolin R. Skipworth, magna cum laude, honors fellow. Brandon Allen Kiefer, summa cum laude, honors fellow. Cynthia J. Knox. Madison Ransford, summa cum laude, honors fellow. Rebecca Lee Bingham, magna cum laude, honors fellow. Logan Tate Bannister, summa cum laude, honors fellow. Connie Brown, magna cum laude, honors fellow. Morgan Ray Merritt, cum laude, honors fellow. Reed James Redding, summa cum laude, honors fellow. Danae Nicole Edwards, magna cum laude, honors fellow. Lacey Elizabeth Davidson. Kaylee Mae Upton, magna cum laude. Cody Lawrence Collins. James Levi Burkett. Taylor Sophia Emmerine. Colton Fields. Justin Levi Garner, cum laude. Haley Bennett Grandstrom, cum laude. Monica Lucille Hamron. Allison Elizabeth Hazelrig, magna cum laude. Marissa Sue Hunt. Lynn Lee, magna cum laude. Zachary Dixon Moss. Nan Shi. Chandler Snow, cum laude. Emily Grace Thornton. Keaton Dax Towns, summa cum laude. Victoria Ray Willis. Van Wynn. Megan Jessica Peters, magna cum laude. Theron C. Shire. Amanda Elizabeth Mahan Sheets, magna cum laude. Desirea R. Roberts. Hannah Lauren Brewster, magna cum laude. Jonathan Cleverton, summa cum laude. Brandon Coons. Cooper Scott Copeland. Seth Ryan Koppel. Jeremy Kendall Fouts, cum laude. James Christian Franklin. Michaela Ray Hansen, magna cum laude. Katie Lee Holroyd, summa cum laude. Jenny Marie Jones. Shaylin Ann Stevenson. James Thomas Leeper. Cale Spencer Michael. Lincoln Ngabo Yisonga. Molly Patterson. Julia S. Roberts. Emily Dawn Serrani, cum laude. Sarah K. Sparks. Tyler Andrew Talley, magna cum laude. Della Noel Thomason. Ryan Marcus Wiederstein. David Williamson Young, summa cum laude. Alex David Campbell. Ashley Elizabeth Holland. Elizabeth May Freeman, magna cum laude. Karina Rocio Aguayo. William Joseph Arbuckle II. Najee Cooper. Caitlin Marie Ellis, magna cum laude. Casey Lynn Lester. Melissa Lopez. Colin Foster McCaskill, magna cum laude. Sonia Nsimbi Nsinga. Brian Lee Wood. Emily Grace Colston. Megan Christine Madison, magna cum laude. Hunter Strickland, cum laude. Hannah Ruth Harold, magna cum laude. Lowell Allen Castellina, Jr., magna cum laude. William Russell Hamrick, cum laude. Janie O. Hubert, magna cum laude. Rachel Renee Kelly, summa cum laude. Lester Leonarin Joash. Miranda Dorin Martin. Caitlin N. Carter, magna cum laude. Reuben Cade Carter, cum laude. Michaela Godso. Caroline Margaret Hose. Ryan Ross Jackson. Victoria Leanne Lingo. Savannah Matthews, cum laude. Rachel Renee Parrott. Molly Veronica Peterson. Samantha Lee Reddig, summa cum laude. Callie Sullins, magna cum laude. Makaya Joelle Weaver, cum laude. Chloe Page Aldridge, cum laude. Paige Raylyn Arter, cum laude. Hannah Noemi Arts. Rebecca Atchley, cum laude. Megan Elizabeth Buter, cum laude. Cheyenne Bennett Ogletree, magna cum laude. Kayla D. Eichler, cum laude. Amy Gay. Elizabeth S. Gonzalez, summa cum laude. Allie Renee Grider. Amanda Grace Rowe Howard. Abigail Suzanne Hubbard, magna cum laude. Bailey Lynn Loxman, cum laude. Lainey Jo McGahey, magna cum laude. Christopher Roberts, magna cum laude. Emily Grace Rowland, summa cum laude. Chelsea Nicole Walkup, magna cum laude. Addison Kimber Wiest, summa cum laude. Tanya Marie Yoakum, cum laude. Whitney Caroline Bohannon, summa cum laude. Andrew Paul Bruce, magna cum laude. Beaker Desselin. Cassandra Lee Garman. Melissa Nyiratunga Mehigo, cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Parker. Brandon Scott Reed, magna cum laude. Caleb Taylor Roof, cum laude. Guangda Wang. Aaron Zahn. Morgan Elise Khan. Juan Carlos Payak Luce, cum laude. Megan Sierra Becker, cum laude. Hannah Nicole Benson, cum laude. Brittany Renee Bufford. Caden Ray Carver. Carly Nicole Cooley, magna cum laude. Jay Danley, cum laude. Anna Elizabeth Dendak, magna cum laude. Alex Nicole Ernest. Olivia Jo Edwards, magna cum laude. Kennedy Nicole Emmert. Lauren Mackenzie Fletcher, cum laude. Kelly Elizabeth Furlong, summa cum laude. Summer Guarneri. Sherry Kim Hazelton, cum laude. Emily Grace Henderson. Carson Dion Hicks. Chelsea Lauren Key. Simriti Kunwar. Aaron Allison Kurt, summa cum laude. Addison Marlise Martin, summa cum laude. Savannah Lynn McMillan, summa cum laude. Molly Catherine McQuirk, summa cum laude. Eiley May Mendez, cum laude. Olivia Moser, magna cum laude. Bethany Lee Neese, cum laude. How do you say Brielle? Brielle Faye Palmer, magna cum laude. Rachel Elizabeth Pekkanen, summa cum laude. Sabrina Emily Punjabi, cum laude. Jenna Putoff, summa cum laude. Adesha Rashan Sheffield, cum laude. Ashlyn Velasquez, magna cum laude. Caitlin Lee Weber, magna cum laude. Caitlin Elise Woods, magna cum laude.
How about one more round of applause for our graduates this morning, huh? I'm now pleased to welcome to the podium Dina Lovett, a 1978 alum of Oklahoma Christian who is a member of the OC Board of Trustees. Dina and her husband Dennis, a 1975 alum, have 4 grown children that all graduated from OC. 3 of their 4 children met their spouses at OC. Jared, a 2003 graduate, and his wife Brooklyn, a 2005 graduate. Jessica, a 2004 graduate, is married to Adam. Jeff and his wife Alyssa are both 2007 graduates, and Jacqueline, a 2009 graduate, and her husband Adam, a 2008 graduate. Dennis and Dina are Gramps and Grammy to 12 future Eagles, ladies and gentlemen. Dina will share the charge to the graduates from our trustees. Ladies and gentlemen, Dina Lovett.
Good afternoon and congratulations to each one of you. As Oklahoma Christian University trustees, we have prayed regularly for you, our students, and even after you leave, we will continue to pray for you and your families. On this day of celebration, we offer you these words. First, choose to live an extraordinary life. God did not create us to coast, waste time frivolously, or merely seek comfort. He calls us to love Him with all that we are and to love others as we love ourselves. He wants us to make a difference with our lives. Second, maintain your idealism and optimism. Own a confidence that with God's help, you can make a real and lasting difference in your life and the lives of those around you. Know that you can make a difference, even when life hits you hard and you experience disappointments or failures. When life becomes drudgery and difficult, you can still make a difference. If your marriage is struggling, your loved ones let you down, if disease attacks and your health fails, if you make serious mistakes in your life choices, know that even then, you can fulfill God's intentions for your life. You can make a difference in the lives and the souls of the people around you as you lean on God's strength and His love. And when you succeed in your careers, in your finances, and your relationships, do not forget that God is the source of those blessings. And do not forget the purpose for which He gave you those blessings, to bless those around you. Third, make learning a lifelong pursuit. By continually seeking to learn more about God and His handiwork, you will draw closer to Him and you will be equipped to serve Him and to serve others. Finally, during your time here, you have become part of the university. You have invested yourself by being here, and while here, you have connected with faculty, staff, and each other. You are now part of us. We are proud that you are our alumni, and we are proud that Oklahoma Christian is your alma mater. We challenge you to stay connected to each other and to the university. We look forward to hearing and seeing where you go from here. We urge you to get involved and stay involved. Whatever challenges or opportunities may come your way, we pray that you will seek to serve God faithfully. May God's richest blessings be yours in the days to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Dina. This is a special ceremony to graduate and to commence. This thing we're about to do and witness is also a very, very special thing. At this time, one Oklahoma Christian University student will take the oath of commissioning that makes him a second lieutenant in the United States Army. The commission is a document attesting that the President of the United States, reposing special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and abilities of the individual concerned, appoints them a commissioned officer. Lester Joash has successfully completed all requirements of the University of Central Oklahoma's Army ROTC program and will now take his position as an Army officer. Lester is a psychology major from Enid, Oklahoma, and just graduated. Administering the commissioning oath is Lieutenant Colonel Kelly Mao from the University of Central Oklahoma.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Lester Leonard Joash,
Having been appointed a second lieutenant
having been appointed a second lieutenant
in the United States Army,
in the United States Army,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend,
the Constitution of the United States
that I will defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
and that I take this obligation freely
and that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservations
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter.
the duties of the office of which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Well done, well done. Good job. It's a tradition in the United States Army to have a family member, loved one, or individual close to the commissioning officer affix shoulder boards onto his or her uniform with the new rank of second lieutenant. This is referred to as the first pinning. Another tradition in the Army is for the newly commissioned lieutenant to receive their first salute from a non-commissioned officer who was instrumental in their training. This first salute is rewarded by the new officer giving the non-commissioned officer a silver dollar. Within the military, this exchange is known as the Silver Dollar Salute. Second Lieutenant Joe Ash will receive his first salute from Lee Nix, Sergeant First Class, U.S. Army. Please join me in a round of applause to congratulate the United States Army's newest lieutenant. I want to say thanks to all of you, graduates, parents, spouses, and families who have sacrificed time and invested resources in anticipation of this day. You have enriched the life and the heritage of this university. Our mission statement makes very clear Oklahoma Christian is about transformation, transforming lives for Christian faith, scholarship, and service. The fundamental goals of Christian higher education, they're simple. We want you to have an excellent, life-changing education, and we want you to be inspired to devote your lives to noble issues and unchanging values. The OC education is to help you make a living, but more importantly, it's to help you make a life that's truly worth living. Life has its ups and downs. I pray that you will have the resiliency and that you maintain hope when life is tough. I pray that you enjoy life and you don't take it for granted when everything seems to be going well. And I want you to keep learning. I share with you a lesson of mine. I pray that in all things and at all times, you say thank you, you love others, and you give hugs. May God bless each of you and those you call friends and family. Godspeed as you leave here and live your lives. Be a good steward of your OC education and utilize the talents and opportunities that God blesses you with. I think God has great things in store for you and for others because of what you will do. Rick, thank you for joining us to celebrate the completion of another chapter in these students' lives. In closing, Rachel Kelly, a member of today's graduating class, will lead us in the Oklahoma Christian alma mater. The lyrics are on the back of your program. Rachel is a music education major from Fort Worth, Texas. Neil Arter will then, following that, lead our benediction. Neil serves the university as the Chief Student Life Officer. He has been with the university for 28 years. Neil and his wife Joni are both OC alums, and they have two daughters, Paige in today's graduating class, and Gina, who's just completing her freshman year here. Neil and his family worship at the Memorial Road Church of Christ, where he also serves as an elder. Would you please stand for the alma mater and the benediction? After the benediction, remain standing, and the Grand Marshal will declare this commencement exercise concluded. Rachel?
Sing with me. Hail to Oklahoma Christian, hail thy purposeful
Let's pray. Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for preparing each of us for this day, Lord. Thank you for preparing Oklahoma Christian and all of the people who have invested in this university in the years that lead up to today. Father, many people have dreamed and have planned and have given to make this day possible. Thank you for all of that vision. Father, thank you for the opportunity to honor these graduates. Thank you for Mr. Moncrief being here today and to bless them as well and encourage them. Father, I ask that you will make yourself clear in these graduates' lives, that you will seem obvious to them, and that you will help us, Father, all to run to you in times that we need you. Lord, you understand all of our needs. There's nothing I can say today in this prayer that you haven't planned for. And I just pray, Lord, that you will continue to bless each of these graduates, and that you'll continue to bless Oklahoma Christian University. It's in your Son's name we pray. Amen.
I hereby declare the Oklahoma Christian University 2019 Spring Commencement exercises concluded. Thank you for your attendance. You are dismissed.